All our key leaders will be speaking in our behalf for the project. Let me start, of course, with our mother in the house, our leader who takes care of 3,000 employees of Megaworld Hotels and Resorts, and who continuously inspires us to do so much more and embrace the Filipino spirit. Ladies and gentlemen, our Managing Director, Ms. Cleofe Albiso.
Good morning, everyone.
We also have, of course, our Group Director of Finance, and she is also, by the way, our Sustainability Champion and Lead for Megaworld, Miss Eden Dicano.
Our mother.
Our mother. Mother Earth.
Mother.
Our Mother Earth. Yes, yes, yes. Siya po ang naglilista lahat ng projects ng sustainability sa amin. So she's the best person to talk about it. Also, we've got our Head of Marketing Innovations, Miss Charlene Goco. And of course, we also have the Regional Township Director for Estate Management and Global Estates and Resorts Inc. or Jerry. We've got Mr. Dante Serrel.
Good morning.
Sir. And of course, also, we've got the immediate past president of Rotary Club of San Pedro, and at the same time who acts as the district officer of District 3820 for community service. And take note, he is also the official floral stylist of Malacanang. Basta involved ang Sampaguita for state and diplomatic visits. We've got Mr. Serge Igonia. So we have a very beautiful collection of people here in this room.
Umaga. A very warm welcome for our media guests. Truly appreciate you being here with us today. So I see some familiar faces. And I'm delighted, equally delighted to see new ones. So again, thank you for being here. Your support and your coverage really have been instrumental in amplifying our reach and impact for our Sampaguita initiatives across the country. So for some of you, I think you've been with us since day one of our I always interchange sustainability and Sampaguita because I am the sustainability lead of the group. So it's Sampaguita today. So since day one of our Sampaguita journey, so some of you may recall that we started our Sampaguita project in 2023. Yeah, being a homegrown brand, our Sampaguita project is part of the Megaworld Hotels and Resorts tangible efforts to embrace the Filipinization in hospitality. At that time, our goal is very simple, yet very symbolic, and that is to adapt our national flower as a visual and sensory representation of our distinct brand of hospitality. The thing is, this is a multi-sensory signature that welcomes our guests with the scents, sounds, even flavors and stories of the Sampaguita. As we study and learn about Sampaguita, as we deepen our research about our national flower, we discovered a reality that is very alarming. That Sampaguita, once a thriving industry, is now a dying one. So with that reality, we felt a deeper responsibility. I, for one, for example, it created a personal conviction in me. In the same way I felt when I started educating myself about sustainability. Because growing up, Sampaguita is just a lei that my nanay buys every Sunday after church when I was young. And it's just one of the questions that appears in our Araling Panlipunan exam in our elementary days. So Sampaguita, for me growing up, is just an ordinary flower. But learning sustainability drove me to appreciate Sampaguita. It's culture preservation. It's our national flower. It is one of our identities, making us Filipinos. So, we at Megaworld Hotels and Resorts, what we started as a symbol of our brand of service, it became into an advocacy to raise awareness and revive the Sampaguita industry in ways that is meaningful and sustainable. So with that, we started planting Sampaguita seedlings. Last quarter of 2023, we planted 2,500 Sampaguitas in 4 townships of Megaworld and in the nursery, central nursery in Cavite. And in 2024, and this year, we planted a total of 600 Sampaguitas in the community that we support. That's called Project Pearls in Bulacan. For those who do not know yet, we support Project Pearls through Dwell Being. Dwell Being is our official partner for our Sampaguita set. So for every purchase that we make, a portion of that goes to their feeding program, which supports Project Pearls. And to date, through Dwell Being, of course, through the community of Project Pearls, we were able to feed more than 8,200 families. So that is very, very meaningful for us and something that we achieve just for the partnership because we have an advocacy for Sampaguita. Yeah, and our drive for Sampaguita is a key initiative under the Megaworld Be Greens, Be Green Sustainability Framework, which champions the environmental stewardship, the social impact, and the culture preservation. These values are being practiced in all township of Megaworld across the countries, nationwide. So, looking ahead, our Sampaguita project is more than the brand of service. We are committed more than ever in contributing to Philippine tourism and really uplift Filipino pride through Sampaguita. It is our goal to make our national flower a cultural icon, a symbol of service, of heritage, of sustainability. We are very proud of this project because it's just not an icon, but it's a symbol of our identity as a homegrown brand. So, with this vision, we are here today to share with you our newest chapter. And that is our upcoming Sampaguita Park. And we are very excited to present our initiative, and we are hopeful that you will support us in spreading its message. There is so much to be shared today, but before we begin, let me again thank everyone. Thank you for being here. Your presence today is a testament of your continued support. So together, let's keep on planting seeds, literally and figuratively, for a greener, for a more cultural rooted and proudly Filipino tourism future. Magandang umaga at maraming salamat.
Thank you, Ms. Eden. What exactly is MHR doing now with regards to Sampaguita?
Thank you, Nico. First, I'd like to welcome, of course, our guests today. You are family to us. You've been here from the very start of the Sampaguita project, and you've seen how this project has progressed. We're happy to have, of course, our new faces to join us also. But we've always said that the Sampaguita project is progressive, right? And Ms. Eden here briefly just announced the upcoming project, but siguro in the last 24 months since the project started, we've really done so much to bring this out of the four walls of our hotels, more than just the five senses. Um, this year alone, diba, we've gone through communities, we've gone to different speaking engagements just to share the Sampaguita advocacy. This year, in March, Megaworld Hotels and Resorts and all of its 13 hotels actually rolled out the Petals to Purpose campaign. And this campaign would allow our guests to proactively participate in this. How? They will purchase a Sampaguita seedling for 60 pesos, and then we will plant it on their behalf. So in a span of 1 week lang, this was during the Earth Day, or the Earth Hour. In a span of 1 week, we were able to garner 2,800 Sampaguita seedlings. So it was a surprise to us, and really we were so elated. I was so excited to see that their response towards the Sampaguita. So come April, we decided, of course, to meet with our partners, our sister company subsidiary through the estates, and this is ongoing discussions. So we're always collaborating and trying to see what we can do together to propagate the Sampaguita. So we're looking for a space that could hold 2,800 seedlings. Diba? So parang ang dami nun. So before it was across the different townships, and now we're trying to see if we could do it in one. And Sir Dante here said, well, there's a space actually in Southwoods. So we are so excited about it. There's a space in Southwoods, and he offered, why don't we plant the Sampaguita seedlings there, right? And so we are so blessed to have this collaborative partnership together with our sister company, of course, Jerry, Southwood City Estate. Jerry stands for Global Estate Resorts Incorporated. Together, of course, with the Rotary Club, represented by Serge Igonia, who has been our partner from the very beginning as well. And this is going to be the first Megaworld Hotels and Resorts first ever Sampaguita Park in Southwood City. We have a few photos here of the renders that was provided by Sir Dante's team. And this is how the Sampaguita Park will look like in the future, in the next few months.
Thank you so much for that, Ms. Shao.
Well, if we were to go back to the very purpose of the project and the heart of the project, which is really to celebrate the Filipino culture and to celebrate our Filipino identity through the Sampaguita. This is our way of preserving it, because we found out during the research and development that the Sampaguita is a dying industry, right? We showed some photos of the Sampaguita laymakers in San Pedro, Laguna, and also the farmers who shared with us their pain points of really not having any livelihood anymore, because Sampaguita is so scarce. Like, you hardly see Sampaguita these days. And so we really want to revive it. What we want to achieve here is, apart from the awareness, apart from inviting everybody to join us in this campaign, it's really to be able to provide also to the communities that really rely on the Sampaguita. And this is just a first, right? And hopefully that from this Sampaguita Park, from all the initiatives that we're doing, that they would really join us in this advocacy. Definitely, certainly, and we really welcome that. This Sampaguita project, I think, has really been built on collaboration, and it's a mandate that our owning company, even from the start of the year, is that collaborate internally, externally, and this is the only way that for not only our industry, the tourism industry, that it will grow, right? but the entire Philippines will definitely grow. And that is the heart of our brand as well. We are inviting partners, aside from our family that's here today, but partners who would join us in really completing the Sampaguita Park. We've already spoken to some who are very much interested to be part of it. We're even speaking to influencers, right? Who can join us in sharing the good news about the Sampaguita Park and the advocacy itself. So it's not limited. It's not limited to the LGUs. It's not limited to just Megaworld alone, but to everyone who is proud to definitely be part of being Filipino.
Is the Sampaguita Park exactly located?
Okay. Thank you, Sir Nico. No? So good morning everyone. Good morning, partners here. So Southwood City is very much excited to partner with Megaworld Hotels and Resorts Group and also with the Rotary Club. No? So to answer your question, Sir Nico, no? So the Sampaguita Park is located inside Southwood City. Well, Southwood City is very much accessible through SLEX or Southern Luzon Expressway. So the park is right across San Agustin Church, to be exact, inside Southwood City, and it's right after the exit, Southwood's exit. It's in the interchange also, so it's very much accessible to all. So you may be, you can walk, you can jog in the area, and even if you have vehicles, no, it's very much accessible.
Right. Another interesting question, what is the land area allocated for the park? And is this a dedicated or a shared area?
Yes, so actually, no, it's approximately around 4,300 square meters. So, as mentioned by Ms. Shao earlier, no, they're only looking for 2,800 to plant, no. But just imagining, no, the 4,300 square meters can very much accommodate the 2,800 something there. So, it's really dedicated, no, based on the master plan of Southwood City. It's intended for open space or green space area. So it's very much fitting, no, to put up the Sampaguita Park.
Guys, if you guys are wondering who made the design, it's actually the vision. It's actually their team. So sir, can you please walk us through the concept, the story behind it?
So we have an in-house architect, no? So the estate management department have an in-house architect. We're in. The design is basically was taken from the Sampaguita flower. So as you can see, the petals it's also shown on their pins, no? Our Megaworld hotels, no? So the petals will be the walkway, so that everyone can go around, explore the Sampaguita Park. So right inside the center would be an elevated gazebo, which can accommodate around 15 to 20 persons. So if Megaworld Hotels has an event or our partners from Rotary Club has an event, they can host the event there. We can also do some Sampaguita making in the living area. So the area is also fenced for security purposes. We have a restroom in the area and a storage for the Sampaguita harvest.
Thank you. Just on the design, maybe perhaps you guys are wondering what's the iconic significance of the petals. Ms. Shao, can you walk us through quickly what each of the petals represent?
Well, the Sampaguita has a minimum of 5 petals, and we've talked about before. Why we're so drawn to the Sampaguita is because of its values and very distinct characteristics. Values of love, that's the first petal, honor, dignity, and healing. And the 5th petal that we'd like to really anchor on, and if you see in our Sampaguita pin, it's the Philippine flag, because we are purely Filipino, and we are so proud to be Filipino. That's basically the 5 petals.
Thank you, Ms. Shao.
Right now it will be internally, but yes, we are open for sponsors, for any volunteers, no, in order for us to fully make the Sampaguita Park operational.
Now, of course, everything is on timeline. Sir Dante, could you share the timeline that we are hopefully following for the project?
Honestly, today's supposed to be our groundbreaking for the Sampaguita.
Yes.
But because of the
As you guys
weather
know.
forecast, we're here.
Yep, but we're progressing through the coming weeks. So we'll be providing announcements on the final date. So hopefully the weather will allow us and will permit us to finally have our groundbreaking. Definitely we will be opening the Sampaguita Park to everyone. So as for the guidelines, since I mentioned it will be fenced, so there will be some security protocols in place, so there will be some guidelines inside. So we'll also keep informed everyone as we progress along the Sampaguita Park project.
Yes. And Serge, first of all, thank you for dedicating time for this one. I know the Malacanang has been busy. The industry of floral design is busy also. But thank you for giving time for this one. Sir, first question po. What is the exact role of Rotary for this project?
So one of the legacy project of our governor in District 380 is to adopt a community. Since Southwood City is located in San Francisco, and then the president of the Rotary Club of Piñang, which is Miss Edith Lopez, is forming a Rotary community course wherein they need to help a marginalized group to have a livelihood. So it's time, fitting and proper, that we're going to have a Sampaguita Park, and it will help a lot to boost their economy by providing them with livelihood projects. For the very start, when they are going to plant the Sampaguita, so they will be there until it progress to have more Sampaguita. So a lot of opportunities for them to have a project like what you have said before, that if it is already a park, there will be some future opportunities for business like Sampaguita products and everything.
Right, thank you. And really, in reality, a lot of the movements, especially on ground, other than Southwoods, is also because of the efforts of the Rotary team. Sir, if you could walk us through, was there a selection process on how you're able to gather or select through the Sampaguita farmers who will actually work on the land area? Ano po ba yung proseso doon, sir?
So we talked to the barangay captain through the help of our the president, and they are the one who are going to choose the members of the Rotary Club community course. So definitely, it will be exclusive for the residents of San Francisco community.
Now, let's be realistic also, because this engagement is a long-term sustainable project, meaning it's not going to happen in just one day, and most especially for the farmers. Now, the bigger questions we'd like to ask here is, how exactly are the farmers benefiting, and let's face it, economically, with the project, sir?
So from the very start, as you have said before, there will be a lot of opportunities by providing them livelihood, or they will hire them to be on planting the Sampaguita and everything. So the product of Sampaguita will be the source of income for them too.
Okay. But is this to say also that they're the ones in charge to help plant the Sampaguita, take
Yes,
care of the
definitely.
Sampaguita? And then, do they also have the opportunity to harvest the buds also?
Yes.
And what do they do with the buds, sir? What options do they have for the Sampaguita buds?
Right now, since Mom Sharon said that Sampaguita is dying, so with the help of the Megaworld community, there will be a chance to have more opportunity to have a business like what you have shown there.
They make
We are going to train them to know how to make a gardens and then sell them.
Yeah. And then sell them also. Is there a particular arrangement also on the appropriation of the land area?
Yes. So Megaworld is promoting the food grade, or everything that your food is made
Edible.
out of edible or something like that. So there's a certain part there in Sampaguita Park that will be provided for the Megaworld for the food grade. So there will be no, it will be a chemical free. And then the one that we're going to sell is, there will be chemicals, so we're going to spray it. But to make it more edible, so
And
we're
safe.
not going to use a certain part exclusively for the Megaworld.
If you could give us your insights, basically, about Filipino pride, putting together the efforts of MHR, Southwoods, the Rotary, and perhaps also the other partners in the future. How do you see the Sampaguita Park reinforcing the brand of the Philippines as a tourism destination?
Thank you, Nico, and good morning, everyone, and thank you for taking time to be with us today. Your support since the start has been immense and very valuable to us. I am very proud of Eden and Charlene, who has walked us through the Sampaguita journey very clearly, and you really hear the passion in the words of our advocates here. Very glad that in the 2 years journey of doing the Sampaguita project, this is where we are, and this is how far we have been. In our own efforts, with the collaboration of the partners that we have had mentioned, we are very glad that we will be able to do this. Eden mentioned of the visibility and the optics of how the symbolism of Sampaguita has been very crucial as a homegrown brand, as our own representation. Throughout 2 years of embracing the Sampaguita as our representation of our hospitality brand, we've been able to not just fulfill our promise to make it available through the 5 senses when our guests are inside our hotels. We've brought out our advocacy, we've brought out to our industry, in the tourism and hospitality industry, our love to always put forward that getting our feet on the ground, reminding everyone of our roots and our history and our origin is going to be very critical for us to move forward solidly as a Megaworld Hotels and Resorts team. We know that the industry and everyone in the globe is faced with pressure to embrace innovation. There's so much pressure to actually embrace AI or not, right? The question of what digitization projects each company is able to put together so that we're one with everybody in embracing the trends of the times. But what we're trying to do is something very different. We want that our why is really taking in the pride that we're Filipino. We've also been inspired by many people. We recently had a lot of conferences where you hear the other brands speak of homegrown, speak of local, especially in hospitality. A lot of our key players in the industry are already speaking the love to put forward what the Filipino hospitality is all about. We're known for the warmth that's so innate in us. We're spread all over the world, but our representation is a must. And choosing Sampaguita has been such a divine guided decision where a simple national flower is sometimes forgotten already. As we do our day-to-day tasks, as we deliver our goals, major goals at that, very big ones, we sometimes forget our origin. And this is us paying respect to the Philippines. This is us paying tribute to our country by putting forward a symbolism that's not just a simple flower with 5 petals. White, simple, but very resilient at that. We've talked about the resiliency that the Sampaguita flower and plant represents. It's what we want to be remembered of. We want to be remembered as the hotel brand that tried to really put forward the pride of Filipino, genuine and not just for talking point. because we want to really do the groundwork. And what inspires us, we've had Jor-El Espinosa in his 20th anniversary use the Sampaguita as well for his design inspiration. And Philip Rodriguez made a full Filipiniana terno that's all Sampaguita inspired. And the recent one where Alex Ayala, when she made her debut in Wimbledon for this year, where Nike, no less than Nike, gave her a hair tie with a single Sampaguita flower in it as her symbolism of her country. There are so many aspects of the Philippines that Nike can choose, but the Sampaguita was highlighted there. And it warms our heart, being advocates of the Sampaguita flower. And we can't wait for the word to really be out there. We can get so busy, but our heart remains where we are. Filipino, proud, hotel, homegrown at that, with associates, leaders, and executives whose hearts are also so into really putting forward the Filipino brand. A lot. There's really, it's a beautiful journey that we have been all together going through in this project. And like I said, it is critical that we chose a symbolism. We are not these hardcore advocates when we started, I would say. We also learned through the process. And the appreciation just grew in us very deep, because we saw that we can do hospitality the way others would do. But we need to go and put something that would make us go on and on despite the challenging times. We've had the pandemic, we've had closures, we've had where our industry hit rock bottom.
Yeah.
Those are just samples. But there are regular challenges: hitting our target, giving back to our stakeholders, making sure that the revenue comes in. Our hotels are 550 rooms in average. They're not normal hotels. To fill them up is crazy challenging. So we need to ground ourselves with a big why. The reason for our people to continuously be inspired, to keep going, because it's a difficult task we have. And the only way to keep the flow of creativity, the passion to give more, the ability to be resilient when it's so hard, when you're full and you'd have to do everything at a given period of time, hospitality is not easy. So we wanted to make sure that we're grounded on a reason why we would stay on and keep going, which is a deeper purpose of being ambassadors, hotel professionals, hospitality professionals, rooted in the reason why we are all working together with so much passion, because we're advocates of our own Filipino brand. Our success is also the success of the Philippines. For a long period in our industry, we've always looked up to hotel chains that are internationally branded. We learn from them. Don't get me wrong, we have big partnerships as well, and more to come up. But putting forward the pride that the Filipinos can make a brand that can be talked about, not just in our own domestic landscape, but also in the international sphere, globally, is one that we would like to really achieve. And we cannot do that if our people will not speak as passionately as we do. You agree? When you hear us talk, we are gushing. It really comes from the heart. Nagiiyakan pa nga kami when we talk about this. Yes, that's really true in our journey, because we've also encountered very difficult stops, very challenging ones. And it will take a team, and they're all here, and some of them, they're in the operations, not with us, but also big contributors to this project. This is no single person's claim. I always say that. Our group has succeeded in our own rights and ways through the years, because we've fully acknowledged that this is a collaborative effort and it will never get to the level where we are if not for everyone's contributions. You just represent and speak for in behalf of the 3,000. So to your question, Nico, this is the imprint that we want to create in the industry. We're so proud that DOT is very supportive because this is fully aligned with the Philippinization project of DOT. We have had our own private efforts to also put forward Sampaguita in a global landscape. When we see investors that are coming in, we serve our Sampaguita chocolates, we do the Sampaguita decorations or floral arrangements. We give them the Sampaguita lace. We introduce the Sampaguita. It started being a talking point, but now it's in our hearts. That's why the park is just one stop. And I said to the team, our end is not in the horizon. This project is limitless. How far we can take this to is up to, of course, our hard work, our integrity in the partnerships and the commitment to deliver our promises, and of course, making more and more contribute. And as Eden has fully emphasized, this is also how important our media partners play as a role. These are stories that we say at the side as one company, a dot in the entire archipelago of the Philippines. But your stories can amplify our cause, our passion, and our desire to put forward Sampaguita on center stage this time, because it really deserves, as a representation of our love, honor, dignity, and healing, all topped in a desire for all of us to be proud of our simple contributions for this country. Thank you.
1, 2, 3. One last. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay.
Okay.
We'd like to thank Orange Magazine for joining us today as we present to all our media friends the plan for the Sampaguita Park. It has been such an amazing morning for all of us, and I hope you can all look into the stories that's coming out in Orange Magazine very soon.